Welcome back to another episode of Rocking Twenties. This is episode 7, and I'm so glad that you're here watching and listening. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to our social media pages. It means a lot and helps me keep going and producing this podcast. Right now, I'm going to be talking about something that I know every passionate and hardworking person can relate to. At some point in our lives, we've all experienced burnout. According to helpguide.org, it's a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. But I think there are many other factors that can cause burnout. In this day and age where everyone wants to be successful, we are fed with this idea that the single path to success is by hard work, 12 to 14-hour jobs, late nights, and no days off. We applaud the people who never stop working and try to follow their example. And that is not all wrong. Hard work is needed and it is important. But a lifestyle solely focused on work and trying to pursue success is not sustainable in the long run. And I learned this through the hard way. Like most young people, when I learned what I was good at, I jumped onto every opportunity. I took every job, took every chance I got to practice my craft, and that is good. And I learned so much. I said yes to every job, and when I started working full time, I still took side projects. On top of that, I was very passionate in my church ministries as a Christian, and I was saying yes to everything, every commitment, every responsibility. And for a moment, I was all over the place, tired but happy. At one point, I was working 3 jobs, still taking side subjects, and was very active at church. I didn't know what I was doing to myself. It's not like I needed to raise funds or save so much money, but maybe because I found purpose and meaning in what I was doing. I wasn't really working for the money or serving for my image, but back then I found happiness and pure joy in what I was doing. According to a Harvard Business Review article, which I'll link in the show notes, business-focused executives, nonprofit employees, teachers, nurses, physicians are the most at risk for burnout. And I think you can put freelance creatives in that list too. Overall, I think passionate people are likely to experience burnout. Passion is a raging fire that causes you to go beyond because you have this vision or a goal in mind, a goal that is not determined by numbers but by impact, a goal that is hard to put limits to. Ako pa naman, pag may ginagawa, I really give my everything, my time, my resources, my money, my sleep, and it wasn't helping that it felt like people around me wasn't very appreciative of the hard work that I was doing. So I was working these many projects, trying to keep up with the community, taking side hustles, and not being appreciated. And plus, I wasn't getting much sleep. So by the end of 2019, I hit the wall and I knew I was burnt out. I no longer want to work, no longer want to see people. I stopped taking photos, stopped writing on my journal, and I was such a mess. But I was putting up this facade that everything is alright because I want people to think that I was successful at what I was doing. Even if I was frustrated, angry, and stressed, I still said yes to everything. And I was doing the same things. I was working the same jobs, serving the same people, but I was very unhappy. The purpose and meaning that I once found was gone, and the light inside of me was fading slowly until it's just a spark. There's really nothing left. And months after that, I know right now I'm still not fully recovered from what I've done to myself, but there are things that I've learned and are still learning, and I'd like to share those things with you today. Perhaps the most important lesson I learned in all of this is to start saying no. Don't feel like working on that project? Say no. Can't fit that meeting into your schedule? Say no. The project budget is too low? Say no. They want you to work for free? Say no. Personally, I didn't want to offend people's feelings, so I always said yes. But always saying yes to things that will take away time for rest, reflection, and relaxation will cost you a lot. And even if you're forced to say yes due to financial reasons, it will only take a short time before your health suffers the consequences. So we need to start setting healthy boundaries for ourselves. And how do you do that? For me, I started by committing to a day of rest. Now my Sundays are non negotiable. I will not let anyone take a Sunday away from me. On Sundays, I hardly ever get on my computer and all my notifications are snoozed. I don't bother checking emails and I will not say yes to any work or even say yes to any social interaction that I'm not comfortable in or something that will create a small amount of stress within me. If you're a project based earner, you're most likely to fall into the trap of always saying yes to everything. So you need to set your boundaries. How much project can you work in a month, in a year? Just because there is an empty time slot in a day doesn't mean it has to be dedicated to work. So set an everyday schedule and don't sabotage yourself. In the same article that I mentioned before, Dr. Ellison said that if you're so inspired to do what you're doing, then you're not necessarily good at setting boundaries. You need to teach people that setting boundaries is okay. It's not selfish, it's actually selfless. It allows you to be more effective at what you do and to better help the people you wish to serve. And that is so true. For so long, I thought that the only way to show and express my love and passion for people and things is by going and pushing myself to the limits. I didn't realize that when I take care of myself, I prepare myself to become a better version for the people around me. So set those healthy boundaries and people will learn to respect them. Just start saying no a bit more. Another one I learned is to really prioritize sleep. This is simple but so hard for people who are used to overworking themselves. I used to get by with 5 or 4 hours sleep every day because I thought I needed those extra little hours at night so that I can get creative. But then I always wake up tired and just not productive at all. So I knew that I needed to improve the quality of my sleep. It was difficult and took so much discipline at first, but when I started to get to the flow of it, I enjoyed it. So how did I do that? I started by managing my mobile devices. Most phones have this feature where you can set timers for the apps you have on your phone. And mine, I have this wind down schedule where all my notifications are snoozed from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. and my screen turns to grayscale. Nabasa ko somewhere that when your screen is in black and white, it loses its attractiveness of some sort so that you lose interest and you don't end up scrolling through your feed through the night. So now I sleep anywhere between 9:30 or 10:30 p.m. and I wake up early in the morning feeling recharged. Getting enough sleep, simple as it may sound, can help you prevent yourself from burning out. And another thing is that you need to spend time in the quiet. For us Christians, we like to call it quiet time or devotional time. It's a time we spend praying and reading the Bible. Oftentimes, it's hard to really get it into your schedule and to do it religiously. But I realize that whenever I don't do it as much as I have to, that's when I start feeling weary and just losing all sort of hope and motivation throughout the day. So if you're a Christian, if you're listening and you're a Christian, remember that you need to spend time getting connected with God and just feeding your spirit with His word because that's our daily bread. Personally, I'm not perfect. There are days that I don't get to do it as long as I have to or as much as I need to. But yeah, we need to get connected with God if we want to stay revived and alive, we can't go on our own. Really, that's it. And lastly, to start appreciating people, especially the ones who are working with me. It's very difficult to be in a place where you're working very hard, but few to no one appreciates the work that you're putting into every task. So if you happen to be in a position of leadership or authority, make it a habit to appreciate the people who are working for you. Regularly appreciating the people who are working for you can give them that extra boost to get them through the day. I remember a time when I was working on a task, I got to the place early so that I could do more. And a person went by me and didn't bother greeting me or telling me that I did a good job because I was there early. And that made me feel unseen, and I came home feeling terrible. But another time, there was a client who expressed their appreciation for my hard work. I was very ecstatic and I felt seen and valued. It feels so good knowing that someone appreciates your hard work. You can help prevent a friend or a coworker from burning out by appreciating them. You can tell them that their work is meaningful and valued, and that will make such a big difference in their days, in their lives. And it won't take long before these people start voicing out their appreciation for you in return. To be honest, if I haven't been in that place where it felt like no one was seeing me and my hard work, I wouldn't be as grateful and as appreciative as I am now. So friends, it's free. It's free to start appreciating other people. I know that we are not working for the applause and appreciation of people alone. Pero sobrang halaga na naririnig natin yung suporta at yung pasasalamat ng mga tao sa mga ginagawa natin, because it really inspires us and motivates us. And no matter how much we love what we do, it really makes such a big difference whenever someone tells you that you're doing a great job. I mean, let's be honest, right? Those are the few things I've learned in that season. Start saying no, set your boundaries, get sleep, get that quiet time, and appreciate other people. I can't really say that I've recovered from what I've done to myself. I still need more time. I still need to say no until I can finally say yes to what is really important. If you're like me who has been through that phase or experience, please take care of yourself, and please don't get pressured into doing so many things just because other people seem to be doing so much more than you are. Doing less is okay, and I think it's even better. It's not really about just having more or being more or doing more. So don't let that fire burn out. Recharge regularly, and even if it does, know that you can still fan it back into flames. So that's all for today. Keep rocking in your 20s. Bye. So, before this video ends, I really just want to say thank you to everyone who posted comments on our YouTube channel. I just want to say a big shout out to Daniel, to Ate Vanessa, Ate Princess, to Justin, to Kevin, and to those people I might have missed. Thank you so much, guys. It means a lot. See you on the next episode. Bye.